It has been such a long morning already, and this little boy woke up super early and then went back to sleep, and now you can see he's still like half asleep. I'm trying to get him to finish that cereal before we go. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm also making him a bagel. Haiti woke up super late too. I'm just kidding. We always do. It's been a rough morning. Got some bagels going. I don't know why I decided to wear this skirt. It's so tight. Can't even get out the car. We are at the ABA Center. Christian is doing his little thumb thing. I feel like that hurts, Papa. You ready? Oh, you look dirty. Let's clean your face. Excuse the mess in my room. I just got home from dropping Christian off. I'm gonna go get coffee before I have my doctor's appointment. And I'm at the stage where nothing fits good anymore. I tried to wear the skirt, but it's too tight. I tried to cut it, but it looks funny. So I think I'm gonna change. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys along for the coffee and the doctor's appointment. Ugh, that'd be huge. I ended up changing because I can't hang with not being comfortable. I don't know how I feel about it, but like I said, nothing fits. Oh well. I ended up forgetting to record. I literally just went for like 30 minutes. I picked up a coffee downtown. Hella bomb. This one is like a coffee with chai kind of mix, so I'm drinking that right now. I was trying to eat some breakfast with my sisters, but it got way too late. I literally have to leave already for the doctor's appointment. It's just my usual 2-week appointment. I don't know if I told you guys, but last time when I went to the big ultrasound, the baby was already head down, so that's really cool. Let's go right now and see what the doctor has to say. I just got back from the doctor's appointment, and after the doctor, since it was super quick, I ended up going to eat with my sisters. We went to this one spot downtown where they have some vegan food, vegan tacos. It was so delicious. But I did want to talk to you guys about all the things that are going on here in our household. I feel like there's a lot of updates that I haven't talked to you guys about. The first one being, if you guys remember a few videos ago, we mentioned we were looking for a new home. We were searching the market, and as you guys are aware, probably the housing market everywhere is crazy. We ended up seeing like our price that we were able to afford. I felt like was a good price, but with the way that the market was, even smaller homes than ours were just being crazy outbid and things like that. So we didn't see a reason to leave if we weren't going to be in a better area and a bigger house. So we just didn't want to deal with the out-of-pocket expenses of like trying to outbid with other people. So we're going to hold off for now, especially because the baby is coming within the next month or so, and I just don't want to have to deal with renting this house out and trying to find a new home and possibly living with relatives and things like that. We decided that we could hold off for a little while. So with that, since we had promised Haiti we were going to get her own room, we ended up trying or doing a lot of changes to the house. Don't look at my room. That one did not change. We ended up trying to make a lot of changes to the house. So first things first, Christian and Haiti have been sleeping in the same room. They share a room since they were little. Haiti, she's getting older and she needs her space. So we decided to go ahead and make the playroom into Christian's room and Haiti, the old room, into her room. We bought them new beds. We hooked up their room to the way that I felt they really liked or would want, or their personalities. The only thing that sucks is that I can't put the swing in here, and he loves his swing. It's been a couple months since we took it down because one of the hooks that we put, not from like the Harkla store, but like to put to the wall, it like unclipped because Christian goes hard on it, and we were still in the process of getting it, and we decided to make this change. So now I think I'm gonna have to set up his swing in the living room. And if you guys have seen our videos, our room is small, so we'd have to like move furniture a bit, but he needs his swing. Like, that boy is so happy with this swing, and I feel so bad that I can't put it in here. But let me go ahead and show you guys the rooms right now, give you a little tour. I usually have his compression sheet in here, but I had to change it because he did have a potty accident at night, which I need to talk to you guys about, the potty regression. Ugh. But let me show you the rooms first. First, Haiti. All right, so here is Haiti's new room. Woo! So she has her own bed. The carpet that Luna is loving. She loves the color blue. We got the bookshelf over here for her. and her desk. It just looks like such a big girl's room. I love it so much. We got them shoe racks, or we got a bunch of shoe racks, because another part of the house that we're trying to fix up is the organization. Since it's so small, it's easy to clutter, but that's really cool. I love that you don't see the shoes. For him, this is his room. I love it so much. He's got the same bed. We made a little accent wall right there. He's got the shoe organizer, a bunch of his preferred toys right here, his nightlight. He loves books. He loves to look at books. This one is his favorite right now. Monsters Inc. He'll just sit on the carpet and just like look at the pictures. His balance beam, his tent, and in there's a bunch of the toys that he likes. The little fidget blanket I made him, and a rocking chair. I love the rocking chair. We got him a new rocking chair, and I have, let me show you, his homeschooling stuff in here, which I'm still adjusting to. I'm going to be working on that and what I want to do with him, as well as some other preferred toys and blankets. So it is super cool that they have their own room now. With the room, I do think any change is really difficult for them. So throughout the process of creating the new room, painting, taking out all of the stuff that was in the old room, the old bed and all that, it was kind of chaotic. And within those days, I feel like we put the bed on the floor in our room so they could sleep there with us for a couple days. And throughout that, I think Christian was overwhelmed. And within those days of having all of that change happen, Christian started regressing with his potty. At this point, he is fully potty trained. Let me sit you guys down. I'm sorry if you guys hear my heavy breathing nonstop. I just can't control it anymore. And we were doing the change with the bedrooms. He had a random potty accident. And that day, he went from one potty accident where I was like, oh, it's not a big deal, to having like 3. And then the following morning, another one. And then he had some in the ABA center, so I was like, okay, this is a for real regression. So we ended up, that was on, I think that was like a Friday. No, I want to say that was like a Wednesday. And we ended up throughout the weekend, like throughout the next couple days, still seeing the regression. I talked to his BCBA. We ended up agreeing that I'm going to take him every hour once again. So we had to backtrack, starting not from scratch, but starting back up with the schedule every hour. And we were going to reinforce any pee. And once we got to the point where he was peeing in the toilet, we caught a good pee, I was reinforcing it with some candy. Once we got that, I ended up reinforcing anytime I would see him go independently, which he wasn't doing anymore. So once I saw him and I caught him going by himself, I reinforced that, and I continued to reinforce it. So then by, I think, Friday, so if it happened Wednesday, I think by Friday, Hugo, it was his turn because I went to work. He continued to reinforce, and he ended up not having one accident. So we were really excited because Friday, Saturday, it was going really well. And then Sunday, he ended up having an accident middle of the day. But it ended up being 2, but I wasn't sure if it was because he didn't have access to the bathroom. One of them was when I was in the bathroom, and another one was at the in and out. So he was being really fidgety, which that's one of the biggest struggles we have, is him not being able to tell us. Besides his body language, a lot of times he'll make it obvious. But because we were out in public, I wasn't sure if it was the noise or if it was he needed to pee. So that was on me. But today is Tuesday. We're in Tuesday, and he's been doing really, really good. He's been going by himself, no accidents, except for last night, which is why I said we had an early morning. I think he woke up in the middle, not in the middle of the night, but maybe like around 2, 3. Hugo usually wakes up, and myself, like at 4:30, and I think he was alone. And with the new room and the new environment, I just don't know if he's like spooked or if he doesn't feel as at ease to get up and go to the bathroom. But his bed was definitely wet, and I didn't blame him, of course. And that's the thing about it, I can't really blame him on this because there's so many changes, and his body just reacts differently. He reacts differently, so I don't want to like get mad at him. I'm not gonna lie, it is frustrating at times, especially when you have it down and it's this thing that's so hard to do, potty training, and then you see regression, you get scared. So I just try to make sure to be composed, keep a neutral tone, and just make him, change and clean up and help as much as possible. But at this point, I think we're very close to getting it back to where it was. For the most part, I don't have to remind him. I have been a little bit more like, well, before we leave to a place, I make sure he goes, when before I wasn't really thinking about it anymore. It wasn't in my mind because he was really good at it already. But I'm just going to keep at it. I'm not going to stress myself out. We are way better than we were last week, and I'm sure as a team where all of us are reinforcing and like making sure that he's going, we're going to get this down. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how much a little change, or I guess it's a big change, changing from going to sharing a room your whole life to having your own room. Even though it's like he likes his room, he likes being in there, it's still a big change.
We did a room makeover for you.
Big boy room makeover, Christian edition.
Let us know if you like it.
Wow, it's your room.
Oh, we still have a mess right here though.
Don't look at that. Check it out, Christian. It's different, so we gotta look around. You see what Papi did up there? Whoa. Very cool. You like that one, huh? The ceiling art.
Look at Luna. Cool. Look at no.
He likes the feeling of the carpet.
There you go. Oh, was that much soft? Mm-hmm. Feels good with that yourself. I'll take your socks. There you go, Papa. Oh.
I see a smile.
Success. So to talk about the doctor's appointment, it was really easy. It was really quick. I just went in. He checked the heartbeat. Heartbeat sounds good. Baby is head down. This time he was like, you have 2 weeks left before you're 36 weeks and you can deliver if you start going into labor. Are you ready? And I'm like, yeah. But inside I'm like, no, we have not bought anything like for the baby, like crib wise and things like that. And I really have to get to it. So I think I'm gonna sit down with Hugo and like buy the crib already so that we can have it just in case. I'm hoping that I don't go into labor that early. With Christian it was 38 weeks and with Haiti it was 37. But I don't know, I kind of want to, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll go all the way to 40 weeks, you know, like, wouldn't that be crazy? I'm over here stressing and I go all the way to 40, but everything is looking really good. I'm excited for the new rooms. Like I said, we're not moving, so we are spending some money on just making adjustments to the house, making it more practical. I don't know if you guys can tell, this table is busted. Like, it's supposed to be black, and look at this. And that's not even the worst thing about it. It's the fact that the chairs are like shedding. Like, because we were gonna move at some point, we didn't want to buy a bunch of stuff, but that's embarrassing. That's bad. We're looking for a table. I got this because our pantry, we don't have a pantry, it's just the cabinets. I guess I'm showing you my house. We bought this little thing that you roll in and out of like the side, and I don't love that you can see it, but also it's low-key hidden, so it's okay. We got that so that I have more peace of mind when I'm storing food. This is the bench that we're gonna put over there. So it's still in the process. We got this shoe rack thing that looks lovely for the shoes. And then we got this hamper, which I know it's too much white. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna make some adjustments, but this helps us to stay organized because we only had one hamper. Now we have two. And I have Christian, you know, take off his clothes and then he's putting it in the hole. So that's really awesome. We got it in both rooms. And like I said, the kids got all new stuff. We went to IKEA because it's cheaper. And my room is still a hot mess. I'll show you once I put like baby stuff in there, but I'm excited. We're making it work for us. And even though it's not a new house, I understand why we have to stay here. So we'll make it work. We're a big family, and this space is kind of small, but I think we'll make it work because I would rather have a small space but peace of mind than overpay for a house and pay like a bunch of money monthly and just for no good reason. So we're holding off. So homeschooling is its own thing as well. Christian does not like to work. I'm doing my best to figure out what works best for him, what's easier for him, and just working up to it. I'm gonna make a video all about homeschooling and what our curriculum is gonna kind of look like. I did see a lot of questions about homeschooling, so I know that you guys do have some questions, so I want to touch base on some of the answers that I have for you guys. But for now, I think I'm gonna relax for a little bit. I have maybe like 30 minutes before I pick up Christian, and then it's OT time, and then we can call it a day. We're finally home, done with everything. So I wasn't expecting to go inside of the OT room. So what happened was I had asked about a week ago if they can give me a report for OT and speech, and if we could set up a meeting with them, because I wanted to get some progress information and just touch base on his goals. So his therapist today asked me if I had time to go observe and just talk, and it went really well. We discussed kind of like what I'm struggling with, what he's struggling with. He was being such a brat because I was there. He was doing all these things, just being bad, but like not in a it's a bad way, but like it was just like because I was there. I know that it was because I was there, but in the end he did really good. He was showing me, or they were showing me, how they're practicing holding the pencil and the markers, and he is like following like where she points, like let's say color the star, and even though he's coloring all over the place and it's like the hold is a little bit off, he's still following directions and in the end looking. We talked about how his motor coordination is the thing that we struggle with the most. Because of that, it's hard for him to like do the coordination to like make choices on the iPad, to put on his clothes, to follow like visual cues. So she gave me some pointers. So it went well, I would say. It was really cool seeing him working, and it was also kind of like it also kind of sucks to see like how much sometimes he gives them a hard time, because you don't want to see your kid giving anybody a hard time. And also like how even like the simplest things are really hard for him, like just looking at where she's pointing so he can color, opening up the marker, closing the marker, putting on his shoes. All of these are so easy for other kids but so hard for Christian, and it is kind of sad sometimes to see how hard a lot of these things are. But I got some good pointers. We're gonna work on him holding the iPad as well when he's making choices, so using two hands. I saw that he shifts from right to left as well when he's working with his hands, so I'm not sure if he's right or left-handed. And then working on the swing, like doing the puzzle, it was really cool to see, because yes, he's all over the place, but he's also in the end like doing it, like putting it on A, putting it on B, things like that. So I think I'll end the vlog here. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Sorry it's kind of long. Let me know if you guys got to this point, because it's a long vlog. I usually like to leave blue hearts on my comments, so leave me a blue heart if you guys got this far. So thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.